2010, like inserting text, changing the font of the text and inserting images. Now we learn about checking spellings. In Microsoft PowerPoint, how we can check the spellings. When we type to make in our presentation, we have to type text, but while typing text to the slide, many times we make spelling errors. But we should not worry about it. Means when we are typing anything in our Microsoft PowerPoint, then sometimes we do some wrong spelling, and we don't have to worry for that mistake in our spelling, because Microsoft PowerPoint 2010 provides us several proofing features that help us to create professional and error-free presentations. So we want to be sure about spelling in our presentation, then it has several spell check options, and we can run a spell check. It can allow Microsoft PowerPoint 2010 to check our spellings automatically while we are inserting the text into the Microsoft PowerPoint. So when we are entering something to our Microsoft PowerPoint, at that time we have to insert there the spelling checker. By the help of this, it will automatically check the spellings, and it will show all the errors what is in that what we have entered the wrong spelling, and we can easily correct that spellings. So now we discuss about running a spell check. How we can run a spell check. So for that we have to follow right spelling is there, and if we we know about no what we have written that is correct, then we have to click on ignore all or ignore once. So next is modifying proofing options. The next is modifying proofing option. So in that, without customized proofing option, PowerPoint gives us the ability to change the way it addresses spelling errors and including automatic spell check and contextual spellings. So contextual spellings option that is turned off by default but can be turned on and can help us find and correct spelling mistake, like the user 2 versus 2 or 3 versus there. Like these spellings, and sometimes it will also show the error, and there we have to modify that and we have to ignore all the errors. So for that we have to follow some steps. For that, the first step is we have to from the backstage view we have to click on option. After that we have to select the proofing, and the PowerPoint option dialog box gives us several options from choose from. Means in that we have to choose the right answer. After that in that it will show some options. First is check spelling as we type. In that, uncheck this box if we don't want to PowerPoint to check for spelling errors automatically. Means when the check spelling as we type, that we have to uncheck that. If we uncheck that, then the PowerPoint doesn't check the errors automatically. So next is use contextual spellings. In that, check this box if we want PowerPoint to check for contextual spelling mistakes, such as the use of your versus your and you are. You have seen sometimes we have wrote your or you are. So in computer sometimes we got an error. So if we are writing the same, then we have to uncheck that things, so it will not show the error. So next is our hide spelling errors. In hide spelling error, we check this box if we want to hide the red wavy lines that make spelling errors. Means if we are write the correct spelling, then we have to we have to ignore that error. So if we have turned off the automatic spell check, then it doesn't check the spelling automatically, and after we enter all the presentation, we can check the spellings. So now we discuss about modifying lists. Next is our modifying lists. So in that, when we type text into the placeholder, a bullet line will be placed in the beginning of each paragraph. When we are writing in a paragraph, one bullet line is automatically came, and this is called a bullet list. Means when we are giving any lists to the we are writing any list document, then one bullet line is automatically came, and if we want to change that, or we can change and give any different style to the list. So for that we have to follow some steps. In the first step, first we have to select all the text in an existing list. After that, on the home tab, we have to click on this bullet line. You have seen like that. Here some lines are there. This is the bullet line, and this is the number list. Here we have to click on this bullet option, and one drop down menu will appear, and a menu of bullet option will appear. You can see this is the drop down menu. Here we can easily found what that we want to give the style. After that, move mouse over each menu option to display a line preview of the bullet on the slide. You can see if we here we can if we take our mouse pointer to this option, then it will show like this arrow. Whatever we choose, all the list came like that. After that, select the desired bullet. After we choose, we have to select that bullet list, and that bullet list will come to that document. Next is our adding border to the image. Next is our adding border to the list. Sorry, to the adding border to the image. Means when we are inserting an image to the Microsoft PowerPoint, how we give a border to that image. Means if we give a border to that image, then it will show in a different look and it will show very beautiful. For that, we have to give a border to the image. For that, we have to follow some steps. In that, first we have to open the slide which contain an image. You can see in this picture, the third slide is contain one picture, and after that we have to click on the image. We have to click in this image. After clicking on that, click on format tab. So after clicking on that, we have to click on the format tab. So this is the format tab. Here we have to, this is the format tab. In this format tab, we have to click on picture border. This is the picture border, and when we click on that, one drop down menu will come. This is the drop down menu. After that, we have to click on the color we want to apply to the border, and the border will be applied to the image with the selected color. In which color we select for the border of the image, that color will come in the picture, and it will show around the border in the picture. What color we have choose, that only it will come. After that, click on the drop arrow, click on the down arrow of picture border. So this is the picture border, and here is the down arrow. We have to click on that. After that, move the mouse pointer to weight. Here you can see some one weight option is there. We have to click on that, and again one drop down list of border will come. After that, click on the thickness of the border we want to apply. Means if we want to give a very deep border, then we have to click on that, and if we want to one slight border, then we have to choose on that. After that, click on the drop arrow of picture border, and again one drop down box menu will appear. Again we have to click on this, and again the drop down menu will this, and move the mouse pointer to dashes. Last one option is dashes. We have to click on that. After that, click on the style of border we want to apply. You have seen here is some styles came. We have to select the style. What style we want to give to that border. When we select the style, it will show like this. After that, we discuss about adding gradients to slide background. Now we discuss about adding gradient to slide background. How we can add a gradient to our slide of the background. For that, first we have to open the presentation and click on the design tab. This is the design tab. We have to click on this, the design tab. After that, click on the down arrow of the background style. You have seen this is the background style. We have to click on that. After that, one drop down menu will come. This is the drop down menu. It will came after we clicking on that. Click on the format background. Here we have to click on one format background is there. We have to click on that, this format background. After that, a format dialog box. Here we have to click on the gradient field. You have seen this is the gradient field. We have to click on this gradient field. After that, click on the down arrow of preset color. Here we have to select the color. After this is when we click on this preset color, the drop down menu will came. This is the drop down menu. After that, click on the pattern we want to apply. Here you can see so many colors are there, and this is a mixed color. Which type of color we want to give, means which pattern we want to give, we have to click on, and we want to apply. After that, the pattern will apply to the slide. After clicking on that, that pattern will apply to the slide. Next, we have to click on the down arrow of types. Here we have seen one types is there. Here we have to click on one drop down menu will came. This is the drop down menu, and click the type we want to apply to the gradient background. Here you can see some types are came. We have to select the types. After selecting the types, we have to click on the down arrow of the direction. Next is our direction. We have to click on this direction, and after clicking on the direction, one drop down menu will come. This is the drop down menu. From that we have to click on the direction of the gradient we want for our slide, and the change will be made to the slide. Here we can select the design what we want to give to our slide, and after that we have to click on this apply to all. After clicking on that, the gradient background will be applied to the slide. After doing all the things, we have to click on the close. After clicking on close, the dialog box will close and the slide will appear with the gradient background. You have seen this is the gradient background what we have select, and it is completed. Means the adding gradient of slide is completed. Next is adding animation effects. So next is our adding animation effects. So how we will add some animation effects to the slide. So we can also add some animation to Microsoft PowerPoint presentation to make it look attractive in the slide. So means why we use the animation is when we give some animation effects to the slide, it will more attractive. When we are showing the slides, it will more attractive, and animation is a visual effect added to the slide to make it moving when a new slide appears. When a new slide appears, the animation is used to move the slide, and it changes the visual as well as audio appearance to the slide, and it makes our presentation look professional. Means by the help of this animation effect, our slide what we have prepared, it looks a professional way. For that, first we have to open the presentation to which we want to add animation. In which presentation we want to give that animation, we have to first open that presentation. After that, click on the text box or image to which we want to apply the animation. We have to click on the text box in which we want to apply the animation. Next, we have to click on the animation tab. Here you can see one animation tab is there. Here we have to click on, and after that click on the down arrow of animation, and drop down menu will come. So this is the add animation. When we click on that, this is the drop down menu, it will come, and click on the animation we want to apply. Here you can see so many design of animations are there. We have to click on one animation what we want to give to our presentation. After that, a preview of animation will appear on the selected text box or image. when we select one animation, it show one preview of that animation, means how that style moves or how that style affect to that document. After clicking on preview to see preview of the animation, we will also see a number assigned to the animation. Similar, we can click on other parts of the slide and apply animation to them. Means when we choose one animation effect, after that if we like that animation, then we can again do the same steps for all the slides, and we can easily give the animation effects to the all the slides. Next is our Microsoft PowerPoint views. Microsoft PowerPoint. Microsoft PowerPoint views. After that, we learn about Microsoft Word 2010, that there are various views to see appearance of the documents. Similar, we can easily see the view of the Microsoft PowerPoint, and for that first we have to follow some steps. First, for normal view, means if we want to view in a normal, then open the presentation. This is the presentation what we have made. After that, click on the view tab. You have seen this is the view tab. We have to click on this view tab. After that, click on the normal in presentation view in group. This is the normal presentation of the view graph, and we can click on that. The view of the slide will change. After that, we know about slide sorted view. Means this is the normal view, and when we click on the slide sorted view, this is the slide sorted view. For that, again we have to open the presentation and click on the view tab, the same procedure, and click on slide sorted in presentation view group. So you have seen first one is our normal, second is our slide sorter, and we have to click on the slide sorter presentation. After that, the view will like this. So students, in normal, this will show like what we have entered in a normal way, and if we give the instruction of slide sorter view, then it will show like this. The next is our notes page view. For notes page view also the same process. We have to open the presentation, and again we have to go to the view option, and the third option is our notes page view. If we are clicking on notes page view, then it will show like our notebook. And next is our reading view. You have seen there is also a reading views option is there. Again same process. We have to open the presentation and click on the view tab. After clicking on view tab, we have to choose the fourth option here, the reading view. This is present. How we can read in a means it so as a full page. For that we can easily read the slides. So the next is our printing in Microsoft PowerPoint 2010. Printing in Microsoft PowerPoint. So how we can print the document in Microsoft PowerPoint 2010. For that, we have to, sometimes we got any hard copy of our presentation. For that, we can print the PowerPoint, print the presentation. For that, first we have to viewing the print pen. You have seen. First we have to, for that we have to follow some steps. And the first step is click the file tab to go to the backstage view. This is the file tab. When we click on that, we go to the backstage view, and we have to click on print. When we click on print, the print pan appears with the print setting on the left and the print preview on the right. Means you can see this is the print pan. This will show on the left side, and the printing page preview. This is the printing page select a printer from the drop down menu. We have seen this is the printer option. Which printer is installed to our computer or not, first we have to check on that. After choosing all the things, click on the print button. After that we can easily print the option. Next is our quick print. So how we can print the documents quickly? For that, there are maybe times when we want to print something with a single click using quick print. Means some print option is there. By clicking on that, we can easily and we can quickly print the document what we want. This feature prints the document using the default setting and the default printer. Means if in our computer the printer is already connected and all the print pan is completely ready, then we can easily print. In Microsoft PowerPoint 2010, we need to add this feature to the quick access toolbar in order to use it. Means if we want to use this, then we have to add this to quick access toolbar. So quick print always print the entire presentation. So if we only want to print a part of our presentation, we will have to use the print pan. Means in quick print, it prints all the documents. So if we want to print some presentations, then we have to click then we have to go through the print pan, or else we can use this quick print. So how we can access the quick print? For that we have to follow some steps. First step is click the drop down arrow on the right side of the quick access toolbar. You have seen this is the quick access toolbar. We have to first click on this one, drop down menu will appear. Select the quick print if it is not already checked. You have seen the quick print is not checked, we have to check on that. After check that, to print just click on quick print command. Means after check that quick print, you have seen one printer option is came in this tab. So after checking that, whenever we want to give the instruction of quick print, we can easily click on that and it will print the document and it will print our presentation. So students, this is all about our fifth chapter, that is Microsoft PowerPoint. Just go through it, and if you have any computer or any laptop in your home, just try to this and try to make a presentation by your own and try to do the exercise. Okay, thank you.